Okay, so if you just find yourself a comfortable seat, any position that you like, cross-legged if it works for you. It certainly doesn't have to be, even sitting in a chair. And I spoke a few weeks ago that we'd try different breathing techniques. And I did say that some of them might get a bit strange. This one's not that bad, but it is a little bit odd. You might laugh. So sit up nice and straight through the spine. You can close the eyes if you would like, or maybe you want to keep them open if you want to watch me. Entirely up to you. And just take a nice deep breath in, roll the shoulders back and down. And again, breathe in. And as you exhale, shoulders back and down. And we're going to practice a technique today, a pranayama breathing technique called Brahmari. And it's also known as Bumblebee technique for the very reason that you're going to sound like a bumblebee. So we'll do a very simple one. We'll do two different versions so you can compare. So you just start, maybe you just want to watch me at the moment. Start when you inhale, just nice deep breath in. And when you exhale, you're actually going to make the sound of a bee. So you're going to buzz. It is a bit weird, I do apologize. The reason we do it is it does have a calming effect on the mind. It really, really helps if you're angry. It really reduces the mood, the anger and the tension. I find myself doing it automatically when I meditate anyway, and it's really helpful. So just try, you can do it with me. So inhale, and then as you exhale, so it's like a buzzing. So I'm making the sound. And do that until you kind of run out of air. You don't want to completely run out of breath. And then just inhale again through the nose. And then exhale, making the sound. Feel free to laugh. And we'll carry on. And you'll notice as you're making the sound on the exhale, everything kind of vibrates. Your mouth vibrates. Your tongue vibrates, the brain vibrates. So we're going to do that 6 times. So it'll be inhale and then exhale, and we'll do it 6 times in a row, and just observe how you feel. So inhale and exhale. And once you've completed 6 cycles, just allow the breath to come back to normal. Just inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And we'll just try one more thing just so that you can compare if you're not feeling too ridiculous already. It makes my cat go crazy. She really likes it. So now bring your fingers, so index fingers, and bring them to the spot on your ear that's the kind of cartilage at the opening of the ear, so that when you press it, you're pressing it in towards your ear. So you probably won't be able to hear me when you do it. And we're just going to do exactly the same thing again, because it's really going to intensify the sound. And maybe we'll just do this 4 times so that you can see what it feels like. So you're going to inhale through the nose, press on the ears, and exhale with the buzzing sound. And so once you've finished, if you can hear me, so just remove the hands from the ears. And we'll just breathe slowly with your eyes closed, inhaling and exhaling. And just see if that's made any difference to your mood, your levels of calmness or anxiety. Of the two, I find I prefer not to put my fingers in my ears, just simply because my arms get tired when I do that. But I really like the sound of the humming. So you can try that again another time in your own time. It's really nice to do it in the morning and do 5 minutes meditation. So today for the class, I just want to give you a very quick recap before we start, because we were talking about step through into downward dog. So I'll just recap once. So if everybody can just flip over, hello cat, and come up into downward dog, just so that we can have a quick practice before we go through class. So knees, shoulder distance apart, tuck your toes under, push up, come into down dog, and we'll just do a practice. And we'll do it once on the left, once on the right. So we'll do the right, we'll do the left first. So pick up the toes on your left foot, and then to step through, so we're going to bring the left foot forward. You want to come up on your toes, curve into the belly, bring the knee forward, and you might want to lift your hands so that you're coming up onto the fingertips to give yourself more room. So that was the steps I was telling you about last week. So let's come back into downward dog, do it on the other side. So from downward dog, so you're going to pick up your right foot, and then to give yourself more room, you're going to come up on your toes, you're going to curve the belly and the chest, bring the weight forward. So come up, pick up the right foot, give yourself as much space as possible, look forward between the hands. Whoops, that wasn't very good. Step forward, and if you need to, you can always help with your hand. Okay, so step through, and we'll just come up to a standing position to start. So slowly roll up. And I'm just going to move the screen so that you can see me a little bit better. I think it'll still chop my head off, but I think that's better. So to give you plenty of practice in stepping through, there's quite a few opportunities here, so that it just gives you a chance to practice. So we're going to start, I'll come turn and face you. So roll the shoulders back and down, pose yourself, and then on the inhale, we're going to come up on the toes, hands reaching up, so if you can balance on your toes, and then exhale, simply come down. We're going to do that 2 more times. So inhale, come up, stretching up on the toes, try and come up as far as you can. Exhale and down. And you can have the feet together, which is a little bit trickier, or shoulder width apart. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, lower down. So keep the feet flat on the floor, bring the feet together. Just lift just the arms coming up. And you're going to hold on to your right wrist with your left hand. Inhale, lengthen all the way up. Exhale, come over to the left side. And you can give a little pull with the left hand on the right wrist to help yourself come down. Nice. Inhale, come up. We're going to swap the hands over as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come over to the right. Really feel that stretch down the left-hand side. And let's do it a couple more times with the breath. So inhale, reaching up, exhale, coming over the left. Inhale, come back to center, stretching, and exhale to the right. One more time either way. Inhale, stretching up, swapping the hands, exhale. Inhale, stretching up, swapping the hands, coming down to the right. Come back to the center, keep the arms up as you inhale, stretch up, exhale, and this time you're going to twist round to the left, bringing the hands down, and the hands will come to your hips. You might have got one on my left buttock, one on my hip, but I've got a really nice twist to the left. And we'll stay here just for a couple of breaths. So inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist round. Feeling it down the side and also in the back. We're going to inhale, come back to center, reaching up, exhale, twisting round to the right. Another breath, inhale, lengthen upwards, exhale, twisting round. Inhale, come back to center, but we're going to have the arms kind of open in cactus, so they're bent here, so you're really opening up through the chest and really feel that between the shoulder blades. So pushing back and exhale, round the back and bring the elbows together in front of the face. We'll just do that one more time. Inhale, opening up the chest. And exhale, rounding the back, bringing the elbows together if they reach. Maybe they won't reach together. And then come back to center. And if you're not facing the top of your mat, turn and face, because we're going to flow through now. So roll the shoulders back and down. You can dial the feet out so that you engage the thighs, the buttocks, and the core. Inhale, reaching up. You can look up between the hands. Exhale, fall forward. Coming all the way down. Inhale, come up halfway. So pointing your elbows up to the ceiling with a flat back. Exhale, just into a forward fold. So you can bend the knees if you want. And then we're just coming straight back up. So inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, reaching up. Look up between the hands. Exhale, fall forward, lengthening through the back. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fall forward, and then we're going to flow through. So kick the feet back. And if you would like, put the knees to the floor. Lower down, chin and chest to the floor. And then push up into cobra. Tuck toes under. Push hips up and back into downward dog. Remember, you can stay on your knees if you don't like downward dog to look at. We're going to do the left leg first. So picking up the left leg and then we're stepping through. So you can use all your tricks. See if you can get the foot through in between the hands. Bring the right foot back to meet it. Come up halfway. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, sweep the arms out. Look up between the hands. Exhale, hands in prayer. And we'll repeat that, but this time we'll step forward with the right foot. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands to the floor. Kick the feet back. Put the knees down if you would like. Floor, chin and chest. Down to the floor. Push up into cobra. Tuck toes under. Push the hips up and back into downward dog. We're going to bring the right foot forward. So pick up the right foot, come up on the left toes, curving the back, step the foot forward between the hands, bring the left foot forward to meet it, come up halfway. I'm going to have to get rid of this cat. Pick up as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up, reach to the sky, bring the hands down into prayer. Hopefully you're still with me. Cat, I'm going to have to get rid of you. I know I love you to bits, but seriously, it's too much. There you go. See that? Okay, we'll flow through again. Give you a more opportunity to practice that. So just check you've got a nice firm stance. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands to the floor. Kick the feet back. Lower chin and chest down to the floor. Push up. Cobra. Tuck toes under. Push hips up and back into downward dog. We're going to step the left foot through. So lift up. The left, can't go seriously. Okay, bring the foot forward between the hands. And this time we're going to go into warrior two. So I've pivoted the back foot 45 degrees. Bring the hands up, opening up the chest. So you want to keep the knee, the left knee directly over the left ankle. And you want to feel as if that knee is opening out. So it's not pressing in at all. So opening out to the left. So just going to stay here for a few breaths. So you can check your alignment. Take a moment to feel your way in the pose. If you want to challenge yourself, you can sink your hips a little bit lower. We're now going to turn the left palm upwards, and we're going to reverse back, bringing the right hand to the back of the right thigh, the slight back bend, looking up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, come back into warrior two. And then we're going to go for extended side angle. So bear with me. You're going to bring the forearm up above the knee, the left forearm, and sweep the right arm over. Stay strong in the legs. Inhale, come back to warrior two. We're nearly there. And then as you exhale, we're going to cartwheel the hands over, bringing the hands to either side of the foot. Just bring the left foot back. You can put your knees down if you would like, but we're going to lower chin and chest to the floor. Push up into cobra. Tuck the toes under, and we're going to push up and back into down dog. And then we'll repeat that little warrior flow on the other side. So just take a moment in down dog, catch your breath. If you want, you can come down on your hands and knees. Take a little rest. But from here, we're going to pick up the right foot this time. And then we're going to bring the right foot forward between the hands. When you're ready, pivot the back foot 45 degrees, and then bring the body up, opening up into warrior two. So take a moment here, check your alignment. You really want to feel as if the right knee keeps pressing open, opening up in the hip. Okay, so turn the right palm up. We're going to reverse into reclined warrior, looking up towards the ceiling. Just a couple of breaths here. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, come back into warrior two. Then we'll bring the forearm above the knee and sweep the left arm over. Again, couple of breaths here. Stay strong in the legs. Inhale, come back to warrior two. And then as you exhale, cartwheel the hands over. Kick the foot back. You can bring the knees to the floor if you would like. Lower chin and chest to the floor. Push up into cobra. Tuck toes under. We're going to push back into downward dog. Walk this out for a moment. And then we're going to walk the feet very slowly. Bring the feet between the hands. And then from here, we're going to roll up one vertebra at a time. Standing. Oh, well done, nice little flow. From here, we're going to practice tree. So we'll do, first of all, I'll turn to face you so that you can see me. We're going to do left leg first. So pick up the heels of the left foot. And you can either just balance here, or you can bring the sole of the foot to the calf, the knee opening out, or if you would like, and if it works for you, you can bring the foot up. I don't know if that's working for me today. I might bring my foot down. So you don't want the heel to be pressing with force into the knee. It's bad for the joint. So make sure that your heel is either pressing in below the knee or above the knee. And you can bring the hands in front of the chest. If you feel you're quite steady, and the more you press your foot, the sole of your foot against the leg, the more it will help you balance. Raise the arms. Focus the gaze on a fixed point, and that will help you balance. And from here, just to add a little bit of intensity, if you're still with me, bring the foot, see if you can just stretch it out in front, just for a couple of seconds. 1, 2, lift higher, bring back to the ground, and you're done. Just to give a little bit more challenge there. So we'll do on the other side, pick up the heel of the right foot, and bring it to the calf, or if you can come up a little bit higher without it pressing on the knee. Try there. You maybe want to hold on to the wall. I might actually do that. I'm quite wobbly today. Yep. Bring the hands in prayer pose in front of the heart. Keep the knee pressing open. You can stay there. Pressing the palms together helps with balance. Or you can raise the hands above the head. Really stretching out. And then just to finish, just to see if you can maintain your balance, bring the hands back down, Pick up the knee in front. See if you can straighten out the leg. Just for a couple more seconds. 1, 2, see if you can lift it higher. And then bring back to the ground. Give your legs a shake. Okay. So come back so that you're facing, you probably still are facing the top of the mat. Can you pick up your right foot? No, pick up your left foot and bring it behind you. So at the moment, both of your feet are pointing in the same direction. You might want to just turn the back foot just slightly, not as much as 45 degrees. They'll just give you a little bit more room and help you to balance. So just ever so slightly turn your toes out. So put your hands on your hips, take a deep breath in, roll the shoulders back, and as you exhale, fall forward, keeping the back nice and flat, keeping the hips facing forward, and then when you're ready, you can lower the head. So you can keep the hands on the hips, or if they come as far as the floor, you can bring them down. Might be more comfortable just to kind of get a little bit more space between the legs, but it's not a very wide leg stance, so your legs are not as far apart as they are for warrior. Pyramid pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Really use the breath. So inhale and exhale, soften. And now you're going to walk the hands. And your feet now should be pointing forwards. You'll probably want to increase the distance between the feet. So you're now in a forward fold. So bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, come up halfway, and exhale, fall forward. Now in a wide-legged forward fold, it's kind of counterintuitive, but the wider your legs are, the easier it is. So if you want to make it slightly easier, you can try opening your legs more. And if slightly harder, bring your legs closer together. A couple of breaths here. Inhale, come up halfway. And if you would like, you can either bring your hands back to your hips, or if you need a little bit more support, bring your hands to the outside of your thighs. Come on up. Heel toe until your feet are a little bit closer together. So we're going to do pyramid pose on the other side. So turn so that both your feet are facing the short end of your mat. Back foot just slightly out, just slightly, to give your hips a bit more room. Put your hands on your hips, inhale, roll the shoulders back, exhale, fall forward. If you would like, and they reach, you can bring the hands towards the floor. Really use the breath. On each exhale, see if you can soften. Maybe come down a little bit closer towards the extended front leg. Try and release any tension in the shoulders. So come back up. You might want to bend the front knee to come back up. Just see whatever works for you. And then you're going to turn, face the long side of the mat again. And we're going to go into goddess. So turn the feet out so that they're both kind of out 45 degrees. And then we're going to bend the knees and bring that arms up in cactus. You can either stay here. If you want to really challenge yourself, you can try lifting up one heel, bringing it down. Try the other one. You'll really feel the thighs engage, or you can just keep your feet flat on the floor. It's quite challenging anyway. You can try lifting up with both. So from here, straighten up the legs, come back to the top of the mat, and we're just going to flow through one last time into child's pose. So completely synchronize it with the breath. This is the last sun salutations we'll do today. So inhale, reach up, exhale, fold forward, inhale, come up halfway, exhale, hands to the floor, kick the feet back, bring the knees down if you would like, lower, chin and chest, push up into cobra, keeping the elbows in, and all we're going to do now is just push back with the hips into child's pose. And if you would like, you can bend the elbows here, bringing the hands in prayer behind the head, stretching out the triceps. So if you're in wide kneed child's pose, just bring the knees together. And from here, reach back and hold on to your heels. And from here, try and, probably won't get very far, but try and pick up the hips so that you're always rolling onto the top of your head. So the top of your head now will be on the floor, tucking in your chin and pushing your hips up while holding onto your heels, stretching out through the arms. Then release the heels, bring the hands to either side of the head. Come up so that you're sitting back in your heels. In fact, bring the hips up. Yep, so that you're up on your knees. Bring the hands kind of onto the buttocks so you're opening up in the chest. And then walk your hands down slightly so that you're in a nice back bend. Keep the shoulders open as if the elbows are kind of trying to come back to meet each other. Just be careful because this is quite an intense back bend. You don't want to come down too far. Remember to breathe. And from here, we're going to come into sitting. So just swing the feet round. Come into Dandasana. So take a moment just in this position to lengthen out through the legs. Straightening up through the torso. See if you can bring the palms of the hands to the floor so you're stretching out, shoulders down. So fully engaged in this position. And then relax. So cross the right, pick up the right knee, cross it over the left leg. And we'll do a seated twist here. So you have a choice. You can either hug your knee, which is slightly passive, isn't really the right word. But if you hug the knee and bring your right hand behind you, then inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. So you're twisting round to the right, But you can intensify this by taking your left arm and hooking the elbow inside the right knee. So that will help you kind of lever round. Whereas if you just hug the knee, you kind of have to do more work yourself because you're not leveraging yourself round. So it's up to you. Try both, see which you would prefer. But use the breath so that when you inhale, you're lengthening through the torso, and when you exhale, you're twisting. If you a little bit more, if you have some more space. Good. So if you untwist but keep the right leg crossed over, so we're going to try a forward fold. So you have a choice. Either you can just stay here and fold forward as much as you can, and you should feel that through the right hip. If, however, you don't feel too much of a stretch there, you can try this. I'll just show you from the front. So you're going to cross. So you'll be cross-legged, but your right foot is on your left knee, and your left foot is directly underneath your right knee. So the legs are stacked one on top of each other. So you can do this, you can give this a go. If it doesn't work for you, just go back to one leg crossed over the other in the way that we did the twist. But once you've got your feet stacked or crossed, whichever way you want, take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, you're just going to come forward a little bit. Whichever one you're doing, you should feel it as a stretch across the right glute and the outside of the right hip. Close down the eyes, control the breath. Even have a little bee sounding hum if you feel like it. Remind yourself of what that felt like. As you inhale, come up, uncross the legs. And we're just going to repeat that on the other side. I'll stay facing this way. So I'm going to cross my left leg over my right. Deep breath in, lengthening up through the torso, and then as you exhale, coming round to the left. So the left hand is coming behind me. I'm up on my fingertips with my left hand. I'm hugging my knee with my right. And if you want a little more intensity, you can hook your right elbow inside, well, up to the kind of outside of your knee. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, come round a little bit more. Twisting round. Good for getting rid of toxins in the organs, in the body, the liver, kidneys. We'll come back to center and we'll do the fire log, cross legs on the other side, or just keep your legs crossed the way they were before. So my right foot is on my left knee. My left foot is on my right knee. My right foot is directly underneath my left knee. And when you get more flexible on this, the knee, there will be less of a gap here. I've still got quite a big gap. And then you can walk the hands forward. And inhale, come back up, spin the feet around, and we're just going to come down onto our back. So both knees bent, feet flat on the floor, pick up the right leg. Put the right foot on top of just above the left knee. Inhale, bring the knee in into reclined pigeon. Exhale. Now bring both feet flat to the floor with the knees still bent. And now lift the knees up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Allow the knees to come over to the left-hand side. Close down the eyes. And just see how the body feels here. Just check that you're not holding on through the waist or the outside of the hip. And really see if you can allow those knees to relax over to the left. You can stretch the arms out to either side. So on your next inhale, roll onto the back again. And then bring both soles of the feet to the ground with the knees bent. Pick up the left foot and you're going to place the left foot above, just above the right knee. The left knee pressing out. And as you inhale, bring that right knee towards you. Hold on behind the knee as long as you can do so while allowing your shoulders to stay relaxed on the floor. If you can't reach, then just hold on with the right hand to the foot and use that to help guide the foot towards you. You want to keep the shoulders nice and relaxed on the floor, facial muscles relaxed. Then bring both soles of the feet back to the floor. As you take a deep breath in, you can lift the knees up towards you, and then as you exhale, allow the knees fall over to the right. You can extend out the arms. You would like, you can turn and look over towards the left. Increases the stretch slightly. Letting go of any tension. And then as you inhale, roll onto your back. Extend the left leg, extend the right leg. Place your hands at a generous distance away from the body. Palms probably facing upwards with gently curved fingers. Make any final adjustments ready for Shavasana. And just allow all the tension to completely seep away from the body. Allow the body to feel heavy as it presses into the floor. And with every exhale, allow the breath to become deeper. And allow every muscle in the body completely relax. Observe the sensations in the body, in the muscles. Do any of them feel any different to the way they felt at the beginning of class? And just enjoy the feeling of relaxation and heaviness in the body. And that pleasant sensation of slightly tired and exercised muscles. And for the next couple of minutes, just allow that feeling just to absorb throughout the entire body. And in every part of the body, enjoy the sensation of peace and of stillness. So allow some sensation to come back into the body. Make some little movements. The tips of your fingers, the ends of your toes. Maybe rotate the hands at the wrists. Take the feet from the ankles. Bend the knees. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Rock the knees from side to side. And gently roll onto one side. But just stay here for a minute, keeping your eyes closed. Keeping the brain and the mind still. And help yourself up into a seated position, nice and slowly. Just maybe roll the shoulders here. Take a couple of deep breaths. Let's stretch the arms out, opening up the chest. Bring the hands together overhead. Trace the hands down in front of the face, in front of the heart. Bow the head. Namaste.